Many of us own Washington quarters, but few realize that some of them are worth thousands of dollars. In this video, I'll show you a complete list of rare coins from 1953 to 2016. You might just be the one with a valuable piece. Let's get started. A 1953 Washington quarter. A seemingly ordinary coin, but in perfect condition it becomes a true treasure. A PCGSMS 67 specimen sold for over $1,700. The rarer the coin is in good condition, the higher the price. Check your collections, you might have a similar year. 1954, a PCGS graded MS68 coin sold at auction for nearly $10,000. The problem is that most examples were circulated and in poor condition. Therefore, finding a coin without signs of wear is a true rarity. 1955 is a favorite year for collectors. A Washington quarter in PCGSMS 67 is worth over $9,000. This year is also notable for its rare minting variations. Minor differences in detail make these varieties particularly valuable. An ordinary-looking quarter can turn out to be a treasure. The 1956 coin is also no less impressive. A PCGSMS 68 specimen sold for over $11,000. This year's signature feature is its weak minting, making it extremely difficult to find a coin with clear details. If you have one, don't rush to spend it, its real value is enormous. A 1957 Washington quarter in PCGSMS 67 sold for $1,400. Many collectors note that this year often has minor surface imperfections, making a perfect copy worth a fortune at auction. 1958, a PCGSMS 67 coin sold for $1,250. This year is rare in that finding a specimen with full luster and no signs of wear is nearly impossible. Collectors are willing to pay large sums to add this year to their collections. A 1959 Washington quarter in PCGSMS 67 plus condition can fetch over $11,000. While the year isn't considered rare in terms of mintage, its value lies in the fact that almost all of them were circulated. Only a few have managed to preserve them in perfect condition. Friends, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new episodes about rare coins. And if you're looking to buy or sell a coin, visit our website, coinshare.app, a free platform for numismatists worldwide. Link in the video description. And so we continue with 1960. A Washington quarter in PCGSMS 68 is valued at over $8,150. A characteristic feature of this year is the dies mix-ups that are common in collections. If you have this year, take a close look at the details. A 1961 coin in mint PCGSMS 67 plus condition sold for $9,500. This year is prized for its mintage quality and rare varieties, which are immediately noticed by collectors. Even a common example in excellent condition brings good money. A 1962 Washington quarter in PCGSMS 67 is worth approximately $18,500. Most of this year's coins were used in circulation, which is why perfect examples are rare. 1963, a PCGSMS 67 coin sold for $9,000. Collectors note that this year often has surface flaws and signs of storage, so a coin in perfect condition is highly prized. 1964 is a landmark year, the last quarter in silver. In pristine condition, PCGSMS 67 plus, such a coin is worth over $4,150. Silver coins are always in high demand, and collectors actively buy this issue. 1965 was the first quarter minted without silver, made of copper-nickel alloy. But even this coin, in PCGSMS 67, is worth over $975. This transitional year is considered interesting for collectors and is always in demand. A 1966 Washington quarter in PCGSMS 68 sold for $15,000. Despite its high mintage, finding a specimen in such condition is nearly impossible. 1967, a PCGSMS 68 coin can fetch over $6,250. This year is especially prized for its rare specimens with a crisp surface luster. If you own one of these, it's a collector's item. The year 1968 is interesting because it was the year that coins with a mint mark on the reverse began to be minted. A PCGSMS 68 specimen is valued at $3,750. Collectors consider such coins transitional and particularly valuable. A 1969 Washington quarter. A high PCGS grade of MS67 could fetch around $11,500. The minting quality was inconsistent that year, so finding a specimen without surface defects is a real treat. Collectors are willing to pay high prices for such perfect specimens. The next year is 1970. At first glance, this coin appears to be no different from others, but in PCGS MS67 it sells for $2,600. Varieties of this year are particularly interesting. Some coins have differences in reverse detail. Such finds can fetch even more. 1971 Washington Quarter. Despite its enormous mintage, perfect examples graded PCGS MS67 are valued at over $4,500. The reason is simple: almost all coins from this year were heavily used. Finding them without signs of wear is extremely difficult. And finally, 1972. This PCGS MS68 coin can fetch over $1,750. Collectors especially prize it for its rare, clearly struck versions. While many of these were in circulation, examples in exceptional condition now fetch thousands at auction. We're continuing our look at rare and valuable Washington quarters. Now we're moving on to coins from 1973 to 1993. These decades are also full of real treasures that have fetched thousands of dollars at auction. Let's take a closer look. The 1973 Washington Quarter. This coin has been widely circulated, but in mint condition with a PCGS grade of MS67, it can fetch over $550. Clean and shiny examples are especially valuable. A 1974 coin, a PCGS MS67 specimen sold for over $2,150. This year is notable for the occurrence of coins with minor die variations. Collectors pay attention to even the smallest details. 1976 was a special year. For the 200th anniversary of U.S. independence, commemorative Washington quarters were issued, dated 1776 to 1976 and featuring a new reverse design. In PCGS MS67 Plus, these coins can fetch $2,850, and rare proof varieties are even more expensive. Many collectors are hunting for this particular issue. Friends, if you're interested in learning about real coin prices, subscribe to the channel. And to buy or sell coins, visit our website, coinshare.app. It's a free site for numismatists worldwide. Link in the video description. And so we continue with the 1977 Washington Quarter. This coin is valued at over $2,250 in PCGS MS67 Plus. Finding one without wear is very difficult, so collectors pay handsome prices. A 1978 coin, a PCGS MS67 Plus specimen can fetch over $2,500. This year is notable because it was one of the last classic quarters before major changes in design and materials. 1979. A Washington Quarter coin in PCGS MS67 is worth approximately $6,750. Coins with traces of handling are most common, so mint condition is extremely rare. 1980. A PCGS MS67 Plus coin sold for $1,150. It's important to remember that many quarters were in widespread circulation in the 1980s, so finding a coin without any damage is very difficult. 1981. A PCGS MS67 Washington Quarter coin can fetch upwards of $4,350. This year is known for its rare mintage variations, and collectors actively seek such specimens. 1982 is notable because it was one of the years when coins were minted without a mint mark. A PCGS MS68 specimen is worth over $9,750. Such rarities are especially prized by collectors. A 1983 Washington Quarter. This coin sold for over $675 in PCGS MS67 Plus. This year is considered one of the hardest to find quality examples, as almost all of them were circulated. If you want to know the real value of your coins, subscribe to the channel and visit coinshare.app, link in the description. There you can list a coin for sale for free or find a rare piece for your collection. And so we continue through 1984. A PCGS MS67 coin can cost around $550. Many examples suffer from poor minting quality, so perfect coins are especially valuable. A 1985 Washington Quarter. A high PCGS grade of MS67 Plus could fetch over $825. This year is notable for the coin's rapid wear in circulation. A 1986 coin. In PCGSMS 67, it sold for over $2,150. Collectors note that this year is harder to find in excellent condition than many others. 1987. A Washington quarter in PCGSMS 67 could be worth around $450. This issue is interesting for its rare varieties and is always in demand at auction. 1988. A coin in PCGSMS 66 Plus was valued at over $3,250. The high price is due to the very few perfectly preserved examples. 1989. A Washington quarter in PCGSMS 67 sold for over $375. This year is especially prized by collectors, as the coin is often found with mint imperfections. 1990. A PCGSMS 67 specimen can be worth around $1,850. This is one of those years when perfect surface quality is extremely rare. A 1991 Washington quarter. The coin is valued at $2,150 in PCGSMS 67. This year is also notable for its minor minting errors. 1992. A PCGSMS 67 coin sold for $7,500. Proof specimens and varieties with different dyes are especially valuable. And finally, a 1993 Washington quarter in PCGSMS 68 is worth over $235. This year is prized by collectors for its fine minting quality, but is rarely found in mint condition. We've reached the last coins from 1994 to 2016. These years are full of rare finds, interesting mints, and true collector's treasures. Let's take a look at which Washington quarters have become collector's dreams. A 1994 Washington quarter. While seemingly ordinary, a perfect PCGSMS 68 specimen can fetch around $4,500. This year saw some coins with rare minting flaws, such as tiny stripes or double elements on the reverse. Finding such a perfect specimen is a collector's delight. A 1995 coin. A PCGSMS 68 specimen sold for over $3,200. This year featured an interesting series with subtle variations on the D mint mark. Those who noticed these details were able to snag some truly rare pieces. The 1996 Washington quarter. The coin, in PCGSMS 68, is valued at approximately $225. This year is known for its subtle differences on the reverse. It's easy to miss these subtle details without looking closely. It's these nuances that make this collection unique. 1997. A specimen in perfect PCGSMS 67 condition is worth over $2,600. The minting was very precise that year, but almost all the coins quickly entered circulation. Therefore, finding a brilliant, uncirculated specimen is a rarity. A 1998 Washington quarter. PCGSMS 68 values the coin at approximately $210. Collectors especially value variants with subtle differences in the details of Washington's head. Even the slightest nuance can significantly increase the value. A 1999 coin. A perfect PCGSMS 69 specimen can fetch around $14,000. This year is notable for its rare minting imperfections in the lettering and borders, a real challenge for discerning collectors. A 2000 Washington quarter. A PCGSMS 68 Plus coin sold for $7,000. A notable feature is the low mintage of this coin, which features some double-stamped coins which are extremely rare. Finding one is like finding a needle in a haystack. 2001. A PCGSMS 69 specimen is worth over $385. This year is known for its vibrant reverse details and rare edge line variations. Any collector would be delighted to add this coin to their collection. A 2002 Washington quarter. A perfect PCGSMS 69 coin can fetch around $215. This year, there were some variations in dye depth, a clear sign of rarity for professionals. A 2003 coin. In PCGSMS 68, its price could exceed $2,300. This issue is notable for its detail on the eagle and minor differences in the inscriptions. Collecting such specimens is a true joy for collectors. A 2004 Washington quarter. A PCGSMS 68 Plus specimen sells for $1,900. The mintage was consistent this year, but finding a coin without even the slightest surface flaw is a rarity. A 2005 coin. A perfect PCGSMS 68, worth around $650. A distinctive feature is the rare fine lines on the reverse, which enhance the coin's value. A 2006 Washington quarter. A PCGS MS68 specimen can fetch over $360. This year, there were slight variations in the details of Washington's head and the borders, which collectors particularly value. A 2007 coin. A perfect PCGS MS68 specimen sells for $2,850. Some coins from this year have tiny mintage imperfections, which make collectors willing to pay even more. A 2011 coin. In mint condition, PCGS MS68, it sells for $950. Some examples have slight differences on the reverse rare finds for collectors. The 2012 Washington quarter. A PCGS MS67 specimen is valued at over $65. Collectors pay particular attention to the detail of the inscriptions and the reverse lines. 2013, a PCGS MS67 coin sells for approximately $775. Rare specimens have unusual minting defects, making them a true treasure. A 2014 Washington quarter. A perfect PCGS MS67 specimen is valued at approximately $625. This year featured rare die depth variations and minor edge differences. A 2015 coin. A PCGS MS67 specimen can fetch over $85. Rare examples with reverse defects are also available, a real find for collectors. And finally, the 2016 Washington quarter in mint PCGS MS67 condition sells for $45. This issue is prized for its excellent condition and rare mintage variations. It truly is the crowning glory of our collection. We covered the period from 1953 to 2016 and looked at the rarest and most expensive Washington quarters. If you want to keep up with coin prices and finds, subscribe to the channel and visit COİN. There you can buy and sell coins from all over the world for free, link in the video description.